What if I told you that YouTube has resources to help you grow? Which, yeah, it's basically a cheat code because these are tips and tricks coming from the platform itself. And YouTube wants you to succeed on their platform. And that is because their main goal is to get their viewers to come onto their platform for as long as possible. So they want you to do well. And most creators have no idea that these resources even exist, which is why I want to be breaking these down in today's video. That way we can stop guessing and start using what actually works. Starting off, YouTube says the most successful content shares one thing, which is being authentic and genuine. But here's the catch. They don't want you to just be authentic to yourself. And that is because they want you to find a balance between creating content that serves a purpose to you, but also creating content that serves a purpose to other people, such as your viewers. So YouTube itself, it is going to suggest us to ask ourselves two questions. The first question is, what type of content would I want to watch as a viewer? And the second question is, what type of content brings back viewers for more? So this is where a lot of creators mess up. Let's say you like traveling videos and you like cooking videos, and then you just automatically assume that your travel-oriented audience is also going to like cooking videos. And that is probably not going to be the case because there could be some overlap in interests, but usually not. And let me just tell you, your audience comes to your platform for a specific reason, because you're offering expertise in one area. You're not trying to talk about cooking and traveling, you're just focusing on traveling, or whatever your niche is. So if you're just starting out and you do not know what your audience wants yet, well, YouTube itself is the cheat code already, because you can simply just look up your niche and see what other creators are excelling in within your niche. And once you start creating, you're able to pay attention to your analytics and change your strategy as time goes on. Now, moving on, authenticity is just the start. You can be yourself, you can bring your personality to the table, but you need people to be clicking on your videos in order to give your authenticity a chance. Now, YouTube has 3 different aspects that they really emphasize that can make or break growth. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is the thumbnail of your video, and I always like to say this is the cover of your book. And I know we like to say that we shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but people do that when it comes to YouTube. If you have a channel where you show your face, make sure to show your face in your thumbnail. Have a fun expression. If you have text within the thumbnail, make sure it is legible and it's not blending in with the background, it's standing out. And also have a sense of curiosity within your thumbnail. Like, what are they going to be talking about in this video once I click on this? And I always found that more minimalistic thumbnails are going to be better. And within YouTube Studio, they have thumbnail A/B testing. So you're able to upload 2 different thumbnails and see which one performs better. So that is very helpful. And another thing that goes along with thumbnails, I would say they're besties, which is going to be your title. Because once somebody looks at your thumbnail, I would say a lot of the time that's the first thing that they look at. Then they're going to look at the title if they need some more convincing to click on this video. And you need to have a title that is going to strike curiosity, go along with your thumbnail, and you need new viewers to be scrolling through YouTube, see your face, maybe not see your face if it's a faceless channel, and still want to click on that content, even though they don't know who you are. And good news for us is YouTube has now introduced, I guess we could call it A/B testing as well, but with titles. So you're able to test out different titles to see which titles are better. And lastly, descriptions are something that can really help back up our video. And I like to think of descriptions as not only just a description for your video, which obviously, but also a place where you can put keywords to help the algorithm more so understand what your video is about, so it knows who to suggest your video to. Next up, this is something that a lot of creators miss because they'll come to YouTube's platform, they'll post 3 videos and get not a lot of views and then be like, hey, YouTube is not for me. But this is where the consistency rule comes to play. Consistency is not just about uploading regularly, because consistency is going to be something that proves ourselves as creators to YouTube's platform. So it's going to tell YouTube that, hey, we are here to build trust with our viewers, we are improving our skills over time, we're here for the long run, and we are just overall committed to the platform. And when YouTube sees this, they will further push your videos. So in order to make this easier, consistency, I've struggled a lot with it in the past. What I do is I use a platform called Trello to help me manage my tasks and keep track of what exactly I'm working on. What video needs a thumbnail? What video needs to be filmed? What video needs a script? In Trello, you're able to manage all these different tasks and move them along different boards. That way, when you're feeling like you're maybe in a creative zone, you're able to sit down, really get yourself to work, maybe batch create some videos and schedule them on YouTube itself. And make sure that you're using YouTube scheduling tools. This is something that is also very helpful because some days I just do not feel like uploading. And I don't know. That's just something that I struggle with sometimes. I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to write a title and gather tags and write a description. So once I have a day where I'm feeling motivated to do this, I'll sit down and then I'll schedule throughout the week to post these videos. That way, the rest of the week I can just sit back and relax. And consistency goes beyond just posting videos because you need to be consistently showing up for your viewers as well. So this could be setting reminders for yourself to check through your comments and engage with your viewers. People love an engaged creator. Okay, now let me just tell you something. You cannot grow your YouTube channel by guessing. And lucky for us, YouTube analytics give us a ton of tips and insights. But there are 3 specific key areas within our analytics that YouTube wants us to be focused on. The first area is going to be, when are your viewers most active? You might be surprised. Your audience could be the most active at the times you are not uploading. So you want to make sure you are paying attention to when your viewers are on the platform. That way you can post a couple hours beforehand. Next, you need to look at what videos are actually growing your audience. You need to look at what topics, what formats, what titles, what thumbnails, what exactly is it that's getting the clicks. If you have content that is performing well, you have one video idea that did very, very well, double down on that idea. And lastly, pay attention to what type of format your audience more so prefers. Maybe you've been playing around with YouTube Shorts and long formatted videos, but your viewers just absolutely love these YouTube Shorts, then keep making YouTube Shorts. And YouTube recently has actually been pushing creators to play around with YouTube Shorts because Shorts are low pressure, they are quicker to make, and they can significantly boost your discoverability. And they even have a feature now called related videos where you're able to connect Shorts to long formatted videos. That way YouTube can drive viewers from one format to another. So make sure you're playing around with YouTube Shorts because it can help your channel get its foot in the door. All right, now you might be thinking, when it comes to studying other creators, we should look at these creators at their peak. For example, Mr. Beast. We should look at what he's doing right now and we should do the exact same thing for ourselves, which might be impossible to more than half of us. But YouTube actually recommends us looking at these creators' earlier videos. And this is because these earlier videos are what helped these creators go from 0 to maybe 1,000 or 0 to 100,000. So YouTube suggests that we learn from creators who are at our specific stage of growth. Okay, now Kayla, what about following trends? Well, although trends could help us grow our channel, we don't want to be following every single trend that is placed in front of us. Now, with that being said, we want to make sure that we're staying aware of what is within our niche, but we do not need to be copying every single movement. And the good news here is YouTube helps us because they have tools within this. YouTube has tools such as the Trend tab within your analytics, and this allows you to see what is performing well within your space. And then you can think to yourself, how can I make that authentically for myself? There are also a bunch of different culture and trend blogs out there as well, but the key is to only be jumping on these trends if they fit your audience's needs. If they don't, then forget about it. Because overall, we want to be bringing value to our viewers. All right, now this strategy, overall, everything that I've been talking about, it isn't based on somebody's opinion. It is based off of data from millions of creators and billions of views. And YouTube wants creators to succeed because they want themselves to have a successful platform, which, smart, it's building a community for everybody. All right, now here's my checklist that I've gathered for you guys throughout this video. The first checkpoint is going to be being authentic. Be yourself. Bring yourself to the table. Next, create content that your audience actually wants. You don't want to be creating a video about how to style your hair if your viewers have been saying they want videos on chameleons. Next, whenever you're making any sort of decision, make sure you have data within your analytics that's going to back these decisions. And lastly, make sure you're staying consistent. That way you can consistently improve your channel and make sure you're experimenting and learning. Now, at this point, you have 2 choices. You could go approach YouTube and do all of this with trial and error, or you can learn from somebody that has been growing YouTube businesses for over 10 years now and has been helping other people grow their YouTube businesses as well, which would be my brother Matt. And my brother Matt has a program, and if you're interested, make sure to check out the link in my description below to schedule a call, or you could check out this free video right here. That is a free training. That's a video that I always find myself coming back to whenever I need some help within the YouTube world. And always remember, you have a friend within the YouTube game. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.